Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, episode 18 for this series. Now, before I start off, I just want to mention that the park is different. The park looks different. The reason for that is because I was recording an episode, and I recorded the entire episode, what was previously episode 18, and then my recording software crashed, and it corrupted my video file, so I couldn't get it back. There's nothing I could do about it. It was very frustrating because there's nothing more frustrating than spending 20 minutes recording an episode and then right when you stop recording it crashes and it just loses everything. So it was really frustrating. So I'm going to go over everything that's changed with the park. I just wanted to bring it up beforehand so that way you guys weren't confused and thought that you missed something. So yeah, here's where we're sitting at right now. So what happened was this roller coaster is becoming extremely profitable. This roller coaster was making us money and then stopped making us money. So I'm going to lower it down to $1.40. Hopefully that changes. And then I built the roto drop here, which is doing really well. It's $4 for a ride, and it's got an extremely high intensity rating of 8.6 with an excitement rating of 5.85. So a lot of people have been riding that, making us good money there. And then I constructed this roller coaster here, the mini diver, and I actually put that all the way up to $6, and people are actually paying $6 to ride this roller coaster, and so it's done absolutely amazing things for our park. We're making over $3,500 right now, which is great. That's really the only things you missed. Other than that, there wasn't too much, but yeah, I apologize. I'm sorry. Sometimes those technical things just happen, and there's nothing you could really do about it. I also hired a couple more security guards, another mechanic, and another handyman, as well as taking the fourth handyman and actually giving him this whole back part to patrol, which he's clearly doing a terrible job at because there's trash all freaking over the place. But yeah, so the big thing we were contemplating doing was putting up more roller coasters, putting up more rides in various places, because we're trying to hit that $10,000 ride amount, which is our goal for the to complete the mission. So nothing too crazy to build. I think I'm going to get these splash bolt, the double drop. I definitely think that's something I want to get next. I just got to think of a good spot to put it. But it'd be really cool if I could fit it somewhere up here. Honestly, over off to the side here is not a bad idea. We're making so much money now, I can literally just keep building rides almost back to back. That would be kind of a cool location. But I'm trying to see how I would make the path work. I almost think this would actually be a good chance for me to drive customers to this other ride over here. I do like this. 4,000, huh? Yeah, let's do it. I'll show you what I mean by that. So check this out. So what we're going to do is, let's grab this up real quick. First, we're going to change the colors, which I got to change the colors of this one as well. I actually forgot to do that. Okay, I'm going to change this to the jungle entrance. Let's go green for the side, and everything else is honestly fine. Alright, I'm happy with that. Can I do a test run? I can. Alright, we're doing the test run so we can get the intensity rating for this and I can know what to properly rate it. While we're doing that, let's change the colors of this real quick. Those are the colors of our last park. I'm going to change them. Ooh, that is awful. God. That is also terrible. Well, let's just do that then. And then we'll do yellow like that. Okay. Get ourselves that jungle entrance. There we go. People actually paying $6 to ride that ride. Yeah, so we'll have this test, and while that's testing, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a path that comes up like this and connects to this. And the reason for that being that is actually going to push guests who want to ride this ride past the car ride over here and the old timers ride, and hopefully people will they'll actually stop and spend their money there as well. That's at least my plan, and it may not work or it may work. We will find out in the long run. I like this area here. It's almost like a little it's supposed to be like a splash area where, like, when it's coming down it splashes the people on the bridge. I know it doesn't actually do that, but that's what it's supposed to insinuate there. Intensity rating 2, but a pretty good excitement rating of 5.6. I'm honestly probably only going to get $2 out of this, but let's see what the guests think of it. Let's see if guests actually start making their way up here to ride this ride. No promises, but we'll see who will be our first guest. There he is. There we go. There's a couple people trickling up here. Good stuff. I see a crowd of people moving. Are they coming this way? Yes, there is a crowd of people actually coming up to ride this ride. And we'll see that a lot of them will pass this ride, and some of them may even ride it. See, there's one. So that worked out pretty well. And I've got it kind of set up where they dump out into this intersection here, and then they either go back and hit one of these rides, or they come down and hit one of these rides. So definitely pushing people kind of throughout the park, trying to be somewhat smart about my pathing. This roller coaster over here has been nothing but a complete failure. That really sucks. Come on, $1? Will people ride it for a damn $1? Alright, I'm thinking about doing an advertisement campaign. That's currently something I do want to do. So let's take a look at the advertising. Because if we draw more guests to the park, that'll fill up the lines better. I've got the money to do it. I'm literally just making so much money right now. I can't even spend it faster than I'm making it. Hopefully I can draw more people to the park, which in turn will spend more money, which in turn will fill up these long queues I've got going. So I don't think it's going to be an issue. But what kind of campaign should I go for? Advertise campaign for a particular ride. Advertise campaign for the park. For free food, for a free ride. I don't want to give free stuff away because I want to making money from the rides is how I actually win the game. So I'm going to run an advertising campaign for the park. It's going to cost $700, which is a lot. It's going to be length of 2 weeks though. We'll see how that goes for us. So we're looking at 1,054 guests right now. Let's see at the end of 2 weeks how many guests we actually have. Hopefully a lot more than 1,054. For $700, I better have like 1,500 guests in this park by the end of those 2 weeks. Now, I'm only expecting probably a guest increase of 200, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I think something important to get up right now is a food stand and a drink stand right over here in this area. So that is what we're going to do. Get some food and drink, something we don't have yet. We don't have fried tentacles. We definitely don't have fried tentacles. Let's get some fried tentacles going. Set that up right here in this area. However, I'm going to have to raise the land if I want to do that. Do I want to hear actually where there is up here? This actually may not be a bad spot. Let's do it here instead. We'll open that up, looking at $1.50 for some fried tentacles. Okay, I think that's a good price for them. I'd pay $1.50 for fried tentacles. I've had calamari before. It's very good. It's actually extremely good, surprisingly. Oh, what else? We've got star fruit drinks. Cartons of soybean milk. I'm definitely not going to do that to my guests. Iced tea. Do I have any iced tea? I don't. Let's do iced tea. I'm a pretty big fan of iced tea. Sweet tea in particular. Love me some sweet tea. Let's get some sweet tea sold. $1.10 for sweet tea. I think that's a reasonable price. Alright, let's set up the pathing so people can actually eat. Or can actually like sit down and eat. So how about I create almost a kind of like a little thing coming off here, like a balcony. And that'll actually allow people the ability to eat. I'm actually going to fill it in right here as well. Like so. There we go. I like that. A lot, actually. Now I just need trash cans, though, so people can throw their trash out. We'll go like that, and then we'll put some benches along the end here. I'm taking a look at it to see if I can do it better. We'll see how filled up that gets. I'm hoping that people will actually purchase these things, and people are definitely using the benches. It looks like they may be purchasing beverages. Let's keep those up for a little bit. It looks like they're already going up in profit, so we'll just keep those screens up and see how that goes. All right, how's this going here? Nice, 4,000, almost halfway there. For ride ticket sales, guess 1,100, but that is climbing pretty quickly now. You can see the arrow off to the side there, showing that the guest count is actually rising at a above average rate. So that means that the advertisement seems to be working pretty well. Which is pretty damn good. It's the approval rating. 872, that's actually really well. And how is the actual advertisement coming along? 1 week left. Okay, so it looks like we're going to gain, by the time it's said and done, we'll have gained probably only 100 guests. That's actually kind of... Ooh, it's already done. Oh, we only gained 50 guests. That sucks. For 700 bucks, I was expecting a lot bigger of a return than that. All right, well, 50 guests it is. Still got a nice spike there on the park, or the ride tickets. How are these doing? 650 total profit, so they are slowly increasing in profit. I'll just leave them be, let them do their thing. Lots of people using the benches here, so that's good. That means it's, this is pretty successful right here so far. I think there's enough trash cans on the outside to actually suffice for trash removal, so I'm going to turn both of these trash cans into benches, because it seems like I have plenty of trash cans there, but clearly not enough benches, because these ones are already all full. Alright. Okay, this ride's not doing too bad. Actually, all of these rides right here are doing really well. This one is not doing all too well. We're at the 350, see if that helps a little bit. There we go. Lowering this down to $1 seemed to make a difference. I'm gonna if this line runs through again and people aren't really riding, you can already see a couple people leaving here just randomly, maybe because they've waited too long. I'm gonna lower the queue for this ride. Same with a couple of these other rides here. Ooh, nobody's riding this one, huh? What was this one at? $3? All right, $2.50. I kind of hate having to lower all of this like that, but there's just more interesting rides in the park now, and so nobody really has a reason to, you know, ride a ride like this when there's just better options. Do some testing real quick. Open it back up. I feel like running it for a test kind of helps reset the ride and sets that price in, actually. Then people will start using it. Okay, what is next? What is next on our list of rides to build? Okay, we built this one. I wouldn't mind getting a river rapids ride up. Somewhere over here wouldn't be a bad idea. We could also put some miniature golf down, though probably not the most attractive ride in the park. It'll definitely draw guests. May have to do some landscaping if I'm going to get this one to fit properly. It's looking to be that way. If I want to put it like somewhere's over here, which is kind of where I want to put it, I'm going to have to landscape this whole area. Well, I guess it was inevitable anyway, so why don't I do that? Why don't I actually go through and change this up a little bit? It's going to be somewhat rough. But we'll make it work. Oh, that's got to go down. There we go. Just seeing if I can't make room for the miniature golf over here. If not, then I'll figure something else out. But I really feel like I can kind of get it to fit here. Alright, we've got plenty of money to mess around, although I do want to be careful. We don't have unlimited funds. But we've got the money. We're sitting in a lot better spot than we were a couple episodes ago. Actually still literally almost spending it fast, or making it faster than I could spend it. Although the landscaping's definitely costing me a pretty penny. More than average. Okay, here's a whole area here I need to deal with. There we go, bringing it more up to par. Okay, what's the miniature golf place think of that? I'm not going to build my own. I am going to do the garden golf. I think it looks very nice. I'm going to keep the scenery as well. No, huh? Is it the elevation? Yeah, too high for supports. The garden golf place can't have a very high... it can't have very high supports. So if it's going to fit here, then all of this needs to match. You know what? As expensive as that's going to be, I'm going to do it. How are we doing on cash? Pretty well. Now, I said I wouldn't terraform the land all flat. I'm not doing that. I'm just doing this one area here. In fact, because I know that I'm doing so much... I might as well use this. Alright. That is a little bit better. You know what? I am going to kind of flatten this whole area out. Not a whole lot. I know I said I wouldn't do that because it's kind of gamey to just go through and flatten everything. But because this ride literally will not fit unless the land is pretty much flat, because of just the way the supports are, I'm going to have to flatten out at least a big enough square that I can get it to fit. I've spent a lot of money in landscaping this month. Alright, let's take a look. See if I can get it to fit there now. There we go. That's a little better. Turn around this way. Where is the entrance and exit? Okay, I see the entrance and I see... what appears to be the exit. That does seem to fit fine. Although, I wouldn't mind getting it a little flatter. And I see what I need to do that. This land here is actually in the way. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, let's do that. Gonna look through the scenery again so I can actually make sure. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I like the way that looks. Where... okay, right there is the exit or the entrance, and I can already see exactly the proper way to do that. Actually, it's a pretty good setup because I could draw a guess kind of to that part of the park. So let me set this up properly. How did that get messed up? Well, of course there's a footpath in the way. I want to go over that footpath. No. Well, I guess that'll have to do. And then we're going to go like that and up. There we go. Got rid of 2 benches there, but that's okay. I do like this setup very well. Messed that up. Can I just go over this and change it? I can. Okay, that would have been easier. Crap, get out of the way, scenery. I'm busy. Okay, there we go. Now, I already know that the intensity rating for this is going to be lower than dirt. But this was something I wanted to do. I'm going to put more benches right here because guests will actually bring their food down there as well. I think because the fact that this is kind of a nice big hub here in this area, I feel like it may actually have a positive reaction for this ride. $1's probably already asking too much, but let's open it up. To be honest with you, the color schemes are almost fine the way they are. Anything too much and it'll be too much, so I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. I'm fine with the color schemes, I'm fine with the scenery. I don't think this is going to be a very popular ride, but then again, hopefully because of its location, it does fairly well. Alright, now that I'm not dumping $5,000 on landscaping, oh my god, now that I'm not dumping so much money on landscaping, I think we will work on getting another roller coaster up, or actually maybe the river rapids or something up over here. That'll be the plan. However, we are at the end of this episode. So next time, get the river rapids up, keep increasing our income, and I think within probably 4 episodes or so, 4 or 5 episodes, we're going to have that $10,000 mark accomplished and beat this mission. So thank you for joining me. I do hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time.